Now that was an actual interesting hockey game with excitement and things actually worth breaking down, especially for the Avs. Avs rookies win over the Anaheim Ducks rookies 5-4 in overtime.
Oh my goodness gracious! Wasn't it time? Score! Justice is served!
Alright, while this game on the whole was very interesting and there's a lot of positive things to take for the Avs from it, the first period was absolutely not one. The first period was just awful hockey, especially for the Avs, but in general, it was not very fun nor very interesting. I think it took the Avs 11 or 12 minutes just to get their first shot on goal. It was pretty brutal, sludgy, messy, gross hockey, and the Anaheim Ducks were able to take advantage of that first and get on the board about 9 minutes into the game. This really should be a nothing play for the Ducks. They walk right down the middle of the ice and they take a shot from fairly out high with two defenders there. There's nothing happening here. The problem is, first of all, Trent Miner gives up a rebound, which shouldn't happen. It's very bad to not just catch that puck. Despite that being absolutely true, you play until the whistle. Every single Avs player turns around slowly and is just kind of coasting in, expecting to see Miner having gloved this puck. But because it's loose and they're gliding, they all get beat to the puck. It stays loose, it takes a funny hop off of Miner and leaves a wide open duck in the slot as the Avs, realizing it was loose, then overcommitted, and it's an easy goal for the Ducks. Look, the bad rebound is one thing, but I guarantee you the Avs staff is not going to be happy with a bunch of Avs players kind of lollygagging back. You play until the whistle. That is exactly the type of thing that you're looking for at a rookie tournament. You want to see the effort, and it was not there from the Avs on that play. The rest of the first did trundle along pretty quickly. The Avs showed a little bit of life. Guys like Foudy, Newhook, and Bowers started to do something in the offensive zone in the last 5 minutes or so, but it wasn't anything too exciting. And then the second period happened, and this game kind of went nuts. It turns out the secret to the Avs breaking the ice and scoring a goal in this game was to do it short-handed. Mutala behind the play a little bit, coming on on a change. The Ducks eventually work it over to the near boards, and they end up mishandling the puck, which allows Mutala to quickly track it down, poke it free, and then he is gone, creating a 2-on-1 situation. A great job by Mutala to be patient here on his backhand side, keep in mind, as he waits for Boucher to catch up, gets it into a spot where he can make a backhanded pass through to Boucher. It's a great pass, it's a great play, and Boucher makes sure to finish it. You love to see a play like that from a player like Sasha Mutala. Situations like penalty kills are areas where he can make an impact and try to carve out a career for himself. This period on the whole, especially after the goal, was just so much better for the Avs. They had a ton of jump. It certainly seemed like they came out of that intermission with a bit of a fire underneath them to get up and go, much unlike the first period. And that was fun to watch. You had all of the players on the Avs started playing with pace, started connecting, started getting some chemistry going, playing some actual hockey instead of just 5 random guys kind of skating around. It was far from perfect, but the big guns started to take over the game, particularly Newhook and Bowers started doing pretty much whatever they wanted, and that shows on the Avs' second goal, which, by the way, also happens to be shorthanded. Again, the near boards along the blue line here. This time it's Newhook charging in a fumbled puck. Newhook, exact same thing. Takes it away and is just gone off to the races, creating a 2-on-1. You can see he reaches back to pick up a puck, keeps his speed. Shane Bowers keeps up with him nicely. This is a very, very dangerous pair coming down at you. And you can see Newhook is not making the patient play here. He looks off the defender, staring at the goalie, finds just the right spot to make a perfect pass just outside of the defender's reach, perfectly to Bowers. It's just excellently executed. You cannot defend this. It's perfect play, and Bowers leaves no doubt, setting up an absolute missile of a one-timer for the Avs to lead for the first time in the rookie tournament. Nearly a carbon copy of the first one, but you can just see that bit more skill when it comes to Newhook and Bowers executing a very similar play to the one Mutala and Boucher did earlier. The Avs were off and running at that point, and up until the last 5 minutes of the game, which we'll get to, they pretty much just dominated. They did get the help of the Ducks hitting a post. I'm not going to actually track the number of posts in the rookie tournament and preseason, but play the sound. There it is. Perfect. Late in the second, the Avs do get a power play of their own, and while they technically don't score on the power play itself, they do convert another special teams opportunity. The Avs power play is winding down, and they're going to lose a puck battle in this corner here, but keep an eye on Newhook and how he plays this. As the Ducks retrieve the puck and start carrying it in behind their own net, Newhook has options here. He could YOLO full send, he could sit and float where he is, or he could back off and just accept that the penalty kill is over. He opts the middle option, and it's such a good play and such a good read. Look at his eyes, watching this play develop in front of him the entire time. He doesn't overcommit to anything. He kind of just floats in this middle space, meaning if he stays too far out here, the defenseman can just rim it around the boards and he won't be able to get to it. If he gets too close to the boards, the defenseman can skate around the net and simply throw it up the middle of the ice. He won't be able to get to it. Instead, he splits the difference perfectly and is able to use his reach and get over to the boards at just the right time. It's a pretty weak clear, to be fair, but Newhook put himself in a position to take advantage of something like that. He keeps the puck in, throws it towards the net. All the other Avs on the ice just start crashing towards the net. It's a great, effective, simple thing at the end of a power play. It comes through, Bowers gets a stick on it to keep the puck loose, and flying in is O'Brien from the near side, gets a backhand on it. The Ducks in complete scramble mode, can't find it, and it goes in. I love watching smart plays. Plays like that are what separate the best of the best. Seeing Newhook read and intelligently position himself based on the positions and situation is just excellent. Some great, if simpler, hockey from the others as well. Bowers goes to the front of the net, O'Brien goes to the front of the net, and good things happen. The Avs take a 2-goal lead into the third period. The first 8 minutes of the third are pretty uneventful. The Avs still kind of swarming and buzzing around Anaheim for the most part, but eventually a defensive mistake does come up and make this a 1-goal game again. A bit of a weird one here. The Avs are playing with a broken stick on one of their defenders with the big line out, and the Ducks are working it out up high, eventually send it in down low, and the game starts to break down a lot. Look at Olausson and Barron here. There's clearly some kind of miscommunication on who's going to be covering the man down in deep, and in the end, neither of them really do. To be honest, I don't know where Barron is going here. For some reason, he seems to be thinking that this guy's just going to go off into the corner and he's going to fight him for it. Instead, Olausson stuck in no man's land. Both of them are just going to get split, cut right by Barron because Barron overcommits, doesn't seem to know where the puck is, leaves a whole lot of wide open ice right in front of Trent Miner. It's a pretty easy goal from there, to be honest, but just a little bit messy and an awkward situation. I think a lot of this tournament is a reminder at times that a lot of these kids are not ready for the NHL. Yes, you have the Newhooks and Byrams of the world, but Justin Barron is clearly not ready for the NHL. That's not to say he's not close, but you see some mistakes that you simply just can't make to be an effective player at the NHL level. And that's why he's going to go to the AHL this year instead. And I don't want to put Barron down. He's a very good player and very likely will be in the NHL very soon. But a lot of this tournament is about finding the flaws in these prospects' games, so it's something they can work on this season. Certainly Olausson has shown plenty of flaws himself in this tournament as well. So with it a 1-goal game, things were certainly a little bit more tense for the following third period minutes, but the Avs still felt pretty well and in control of this game, and the top line, the big guys that are just firing off in this one, put their stamp on it late in the third. The Avs create a turnover in the neutral zone and get the puck into the offensive zone. It ultimately ends up just being a dump down into the corner here, but I really, really like this play from Olausson. After some questionable play on that last goal against, he commits to this forecheck and lays a hit. Someone his size has to be able to do this. Didn't look like he was super comfortable doing it, but he committed to it, did something that you want to see out of him. It's not a big play. It's not a huge, big thing in his game. You would like to see him do it more. He's working on it. He does it here. Good things happen. The puck comes loose. Newhook is right there to collect it, and in comes Shane Bowers. A little taste of their own medicine. The Ducks this time are caught flat-footed and floating, so Bowers beats them to the spot, and Newhook feeds him for, that one's an easy one. This is the exact game you wanted to see out of Newhook and Bowers. Newhook, you're expecting to be in the NHL, so, kind of either way with this tournament. If it doesn't show well, it didn't really mean anything. But with Bowers, it was very important for him to have a game like this because he's going to be someone that's going to be trying to earn an NHL spot as the season goes on. I think it's pretty unlikely he earns one out of training camp for opening night, but put this down as another positive for him as he continues to work his way up the ladder. So, in a normal NHL game, this would be pretty much over. A 4-2 game with less than 3 minutes to play, it would be catastrophic to blow this. And while the Avs did blow this lead, it's a rookie tournament. The result isn't really all of that important. In the 6-on-5 situation, the Avs give up 2 goals, one with just 25 seconds left in the game. Break them both down here for you so we can get to overtime. Another broken stick situation for the Avs, 6-on-5 this time, so it's even worse. And as the puck gets fired across, first of all, it's a bad pass. You can't let that one get through in the first place. Time and space to just send it through. It's an easy goal. All the way around. Total mess of a play, but you can't let those passes get through either of them if we're being honest. With the broken stick, it does make it harder. With 6-on-5, it does make it harder. You just can't get beat with a couple of passes like that, especially this one. You're man-on-man right here. You got to be strong on the stick. Do not let that guy get his stick on this puck if it does come through. This one is far worse in what is now a 1-goal game. Yes, it's still 6-on-5, but the Avs, after getting 3 forwards out high, way overcommit too far down low and give up a lot of the passing lanes without really committing anyone hard to the puck carrier. So, completely forgetting the Mac door, if you're not going to play the man, you cannot let these passes get through. That's exactly what happens, and even then, it's not a great pass. It's not clean. Perreault doesn't have a one-timer here. He has to reach out, collect, and gather, but the Avs are so overcommitted, they can't even really get back to defend effectively. Still would like to probably see Miner make a save here. He makes a little bit of a bad read, tries to cheat to the center of the ice. He gets caught and pays the price for it. Ugly all the way around, but hey, it gives us bonus hockey, which is great. Early on in the overtime, Justin Barron draws a tripping call to put the Avs on the power play. Good work from him. He played nice defense leading up to it as well. You'd love to see that out of him. That's what he needs to do more of. And on the power play, you put out the big guns, you let them do work. The guys are going to come through for you when they've been there and done that before. We start with Newhook up high and Byram down at the half wall, but they are going to switch places here, and Byram just looks so calm and casual this entire power play. He doesn't even do anything complicated here. He just winds up and fires this one. 1, he gets it through. 2, he's got the screen in front from Ranta. I'm 75% sure Ranta gets a piece of this one and it goes in, but either way, just super calm, super clean, super confident. Byram's been here. He's done it before. Easy game. I don't know if it was Byram's goal or if Ranta did really get a piece of it, but either way, Byram, the man on the blue line who just looks cool, calm, and collected alongside Newhook. It's so clear that those guys are just a cut above the rest. Fun game. The Avs get the win. Great all the way around. Much, much better than the first game of the tournament, actually giving us some stuff to talk about. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com for all of our post-game coverage and all season long for coverage of everything Avalanche. I am Rudo, and that is fun hockey to watch.
Avalanche time, come on, grab your friends. We're going to the playoffs again with Nate the Dog and Gabe the Big. The fun isn't over yet, it's Avalanche time.